What is self-advocacy? Self-advocacy is all about having the confidence to do things.
People make it sound easier than it is.
Getting help is a strength, not a weakness.
Some of the silence around SEND is simply not having the words, the vocabulary, the examples, the skills, the ideas and the options.
Children and teenagers are in a world of being told what to do. We forget to tell them that they have a right to say what they think.
When we talk about self-advocacy, I guess I focus on the doing, but it's also about the feeling.
When I was 15, I would easily talk about my cerebral palsy when anyone asked me. It wasn't like a taboo thing even then. My sister used to tease me and say, "Oh, Emma's forgotten she's even disabled." I didn't even think about being disabled for a while. So going to mainstream, I was just Emma that still needed assistance, but I was just like, come on, we can do all sorts.
I got more confident by having to do things I didn't necessarily want to do, but had to do.
I can advocate for myself now far better, and that's down to my mum teaching me.
I'm curious now to talk about disability. I didn't really talk about it for quite a long time. I think you learn about your disability over time and how it affects you in your everyday life.
You need to tell someone how you're feeling.
Do you have any emotions you can't word?
How do you communicate what you can't say?
Sometimes I write down what went well and what didn't go well for me.
When I was younger, I always used to draw how I was feeling. People took notice about these drawings because they could sometimes be quite graphic in how I did them.
Never be afraid to ask for help if you find a subject challenging.
Talk to people who have had the same problems and can tell their stories and give their examples of how they dealt with it.
Share your experiences with someone you're close to, and they can present it.
If you're not confident enough, get someone who knows you to explain the EHCP.
From my experience, I'd advise change to be thought through before going straight into it. Just make sure that it is what you want. Just be stubborn. We said that we made a sort of career out being disabled, so we can't have done too badly.
To be fair, I don't know any different, do I? I think it's different if you have a perfectly working body and then all of a sudden that's taken away.
I think it comes down to confidence and self-esteem to ask, because you can ask your friends and parents to do it for you, but that person isn't necessarily always going to be there. And so I think before you even get to the point of asking for it, it's about building your confidence and understanding yourself.
Children and teenagers are in a world of being told what to do. We forget to tell them what they have a right to say and what to think.
A lot of my conversations around support happened whilst I was in the toilet with my TA. It was never formal.
A lot of people are more concerned about me being disabled than I am, but it doesn't bother me.
Because it can be quite haunting going to your annual review and everyone's like, tell us what you think, and if that environment doesn't include you, you're not going to be able to authentically articulate what you need and what you want. Certain types of neurodiversity tend to prevent you from doing that deep dive analysis. It's not how your brain works.
You will find your way.
It's practice. It takes time.
This is my normal.